This is the TIDRADIO H8 handheld portable radio, and we got a lot to talk about. The TIDRADIO H8 comes in 3 models. It comes in ham radio, GMRS, and you can also get one version that's unlocked and will do everything. Now TIDRADIO sent this one for me to do a video on, and the one that they sent me is pretty simple. It comes with the radio, comes with a 2500 milliamp hour battery that's rechargeable. It's a lithium ion battery. This radio has a desktop charger, and this is the cord that plugs into the desktop charger, and it has a USB-C plug on it. So this goes into the charger like this, or you can charge the radio by plugging it into the plug on the bottom of the battery. There's a couple different ways you can program this radio. You can use the keypad on the front of the radio. You can attach it to a computer. It has to be plugged into here. This one does not come with a cord to do that type of programming, but I did download the software from TIDRADIO, and it's very similar to the software for the H3. Probably the easiest way to program this is to use the ODM app, and with this app you can actually go in and program your radio right from your phone. The H8 also has features like a power on message that you can customize. So one of the things that this radio advertises is 10 watts of power transmit. I don't have a meter to verify that. We are going to do a little bit of testing though. On the TIDRADIO website, it says that the GMRS model radio has 2 power modes. It has a high power, which is 5 watts, and a low power, which is 2 watts. On the ham model, or the unlocked model, it has 3 power settings. 2 watts is the low, 5 watts is the mid, and 10 watts is supposedly the high power. Like I said, we'll go do a little testing and we'll see if there's a difference between transmitting with this one and transmitting with this one. The ODM app is just like it says. It's just an app you download on your phone. You can open up the screen, you Bluetooth it to the radio. The radio has a little button here, it says BL. If you push that, you'll see a little icon in the screen. That means the Bluetooth is turned on. And now you can program every channel and every feature of the radio using your phone. Super simple, super easy. Now one thing that works out really good with the ODM app on your phone is you can actually go in, create an account. You can even create your own talk group channel with other friends if you have any friends. You can also search for repeaters or other users in your area, whether it's ham, GMRS, whatever you're doing. The app does have some functionality that's a little bit beyond my capability, at least right now, but it makes programming the radio really easy. So the H8 has all the same menu functions that you would typically find in any other radio. You can set your backlight, you can turn the beep on and off. Let's go ahead and turn this beep off because it's a little bit annoying. You can adjust the backlighting. It has a Vox option, which I tend to stay away from. You can set your transmit power, your squelch level, your mic gain. This is your power on message. There's the breathing feature, so it's set for 5 seconds. And you can go up and turn that off. You can turn it to 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and so on and so forth. I'm going to leave it at 5. It'll tell you the version of the programming that you have. You can turn your repeater stuff on and off. You can set your push-to-talk ID if you have a push-to-talk ID. It also has a sync feature, which is currently off. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And then what that does is that allows you to monitor one frequency here and one frequency there. Now, the H3 radio has 2 push-to-talk buttons on the side. So if you wanted to talk on the upper frequency, you would push the upper button. And if you wanted to talk on the lower frequency, you would push the lower button on that radio. But on this radio, you only have one push-to-talk button. And in order to toggle between the 2, you've got to use this AB button. It's really not an inconvenience, The functionality is there, and but that just allows you to monitor 2 frequencies at the same time without having to scan. You can do FM radio, and you can listen to NOAA weather radio stations. Some of the other features that you'll find in the menu, let's see, you can change it from English to Spanish to whatever your preference is. Turn your Roger beep on and off. You can turn the little squelch tail on and off. I don't even know why that's on, but I'll turn it off. Your CTCSS codes are here. Set your offsets. You can add or delete a channel from your scan list. It also has the flashlight that flashes. The list goes on and on. Now, I really like this radio. This H3 has been, for the last couple months, has been my radio. I can't say enough good things about this H3. The H8 is very similar. There's only one feature that this doesn't have that this has that I really wish you could do. This one you can do the wireless cloning. I can take an H3 and I can clone them. I did a video on it a couple weeks ago and it's super slick. I can't do that with this, or at least I can't find a feature to do it. If TIDRadio could make this clone to this somehow, like TIDRadio to TIDRadio talk, like come up with your own TIDRadio language, this would be huge. But other than that, this is a pretty nice radio. I will say that, you know, as you get older with the glasses, I like having the bigger screen on the H8. I like the audio is a little bit better on this because it's a bigger speaker. Other than that, it's very similar to the H3. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these radios. Even the increase in size between the H8 and the H3, it's not a negative for the H8. It really isn't, because sometimes this radio, when you're wearing a sweatshirt or some bulky clothing, this radio becomes a little too small, if that's even possible. This one, it's not large by any stretch. It feels good in the hand, and it is a standard size. I would call that a standard size radio, and this would be a mini radio or a micro radio or whatever, but I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them. The belt clips, pretty much the same. This one's a little bit bigger, obviously. The antennas are the same. This red button on the top, you can program it to do. There's a couple different features you can program it to do. Same thing on the side. There's a couple of buttons on the side. Now, some of the accessories that I have for the H3 is this extended range antenna, which also fits on the H8. I also have the speaker mic, and that also fits on the H8. So if you have a speaker mic and you have an H3, it'll also fit on the H8, and same with the antenna. All right, we'll go test that H8 in a minute. If you made it this far in the video, there's a high likelihood that you are a subscriber. If you are a subscriber, I appreciate you. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the button. One of my subscribers, she is the youngest subscriber that I know of. She sent me a Christmas present. Her name is Amelia, and she sent me a Christmas present, and it's all about dad jokes. So you're going to get to hear a couple jokes. Dad joke: what's a good name for a mountain climber? Cliff. Dad joke: knock knock, who's there? Wayne. Wayne who? The Wayne is really coming down around here. I love it. I love dad jokes. Thank you, Amelia. Amelia, by the way, is Angela's niece, and she's 2 years old. She's watched all my videos though, every single one of them, even the bad ones. Well, most of them were kind of bad, but she watches all my videos. Hope you enjoyed dad jokes. Maybe we'll make it a new segment of every video. All right, the moment you've all been waiting for. We're gonna do a little science project here. See if this TIDRADIO H8 is any better than the H3. It's 24 degrees outside with 15-mile-an-hour winds. The only people enjoying this are hopefully you and these dogs. All right, I've got Bob on standby, and Mitchell says if he can find his radio, he'll jump in. So I'm gonna try to talk to Bob with the H3. We're going to use gmrs 15. We should be able to talk to each other. We've done it before. And then I'll give him a shout with the 8 and see if he notices any difference. Hey, Bob, you got a copy? Okay, I got you on this end too. A little staticky, but readable. I'm going to try the other radio. Supposedly it puts out 10 watts. Bob, you got a copy? Bob, you got a copy? Okay, I'm not picking you up at all. I'm not picking you up at all anymore. Cold out here.
Yeah, can you hear me? Hang on.
Yeah, you're a little broken, but I can hear you.
You're definitely better. A little more scratchy, a little more broken, but you're readable.
Would you say this radio is better than the first one?
Definitely. That time it sounded crystal clear.
All right, let me switch back to the H3. Okay, how about with the H3?
Your clarity's about the same. The audio seems a little bit lower. H3.
Okay, I'm going to switch to the H8, and I'm going to put the big antenna on just for fun. Stand by. All right, this is the H8 with the big antenna.
About like the H3 did, but like its audio seems a little more powerful. Clarity's about the same, but stronger on the audio.
Okay, sounds good. Mitch, did I hear you sign on? All right, there you have it. So in the name of science, we can honestly say we tested these two radios. As you heard Bob say, the static was about the same, but the signal was a little bit stronger. So I'm not sure if it puts out the 10 watts that's advertised, but there is some difference there. So it's cold outside, and I'm going to head back inside. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you. You're better than most. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Give me a like, for crying out loud. I'm standing out here in the winter, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.